here's what I think is going to happen. And I might be wrong, but I do feel really strongly, actually, that we're going to see a Bitcoin oil price index. I mean, it already exists, but I think at some point you will turn on the news and, you'll turn on the TV, you'll flip to the news, and there's just like a ticker, and it's going to show a barrel of oil in BTC instead of USD. And people don't realize like the profound second and third like effects that will create. And they might not even be, they might not care. But that alone is a really powerful shift. And I think it's coming. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, because simultaneously to this, the BRICS countries that are trying to move away from that petrodollar system are trying to figure out a different way to do that. And for listeners who maybe aren't totally up to speed, there's been some ideas about sort of a joint currency between Brazil, Russia, India, and China. And Russia has just announced a framework for a digital currency nationally. But I think that the problem is, the problem is that's never going to work because those four countries are never going to be able to cooperate at a level that would be required for them to have an asset-backed currency because of the trust that would be required for each of them to believe that each other country had the assets, say it's gold. Like, it's very difficult to continually prove you have the gold that you say you have, let alone that's right, not if it's Bitcoin.
So perhaps they all create their own CBDC or digital version of their own fiat currency that is, easy to on and off ramp into Bitcoin when they need to interact with each other. Seems pretty plausible to me. They already, prior to the end of the expiration of the petrodollar agreement a couple of weeks ago, they were already settling oil purchases in local currencies. So I think first what happens is we see that go digital. As the BRICS countries are all adopting, their own various coins or creating their own or whatever that may be. And then they're going to need a common language. And I think they're very incentivized geopolitically to want to get off of the dollar. There have been a lot of signals of that. There's been a lot of conversation around that. And so what happens? Well, they use Bitcoin.